Hey, what's going on, y'all? Showtime Sports Media, man. So I just want to talk about Dak Prescott right quick, bro. I just want after the loss to San Francisco, I just want to give my thoughts on Dak Prescott. Just him, the whole organization, just the whole thing, right? Because next year is going to be a crucial year for everybody involved in this whole thing, right? Because Dak Dak has to Dak got to play better, bro. He got to play better. At the end of the day, we can talk about the play calling, we can talk about this, and that, but Dak got to play better. And I've defended him, bro, because like some of the play calling was shitty, bro. Some of that play calling was terrible. When Tony Pollard went out, you still run the football, Kellen Moore. You don't get scared and be like, oh, well, we just gonna run Zeke some of the time. And, come on, bro. Like, if you want to still do the two-headed monster thing, you drafted Malik Davis out of Florida. He was the running back behind David Pierce, um, Damian Pierce, um, that rookie out of Florida, for Houston. And he good. He 1,000-yard rusher. He a guy that everybody got high hopes for in the future to be a future franchise cornerstone in Houston. He a guy that everybody think could be a future Russian or a future Russian champion in the league for Houston, right? They drafted his teammate out of Florida, right? Tony probably go out during that first half, right? And or early in the second half, right? And you just abandon the run game, bro. You just abandon the run game. And my thing is, you can't do that, bro. As much as you might believe in that in year 7, as much as you might believe in that in year 7, you still gotta help this guy out. Like, is he a guy that's gonna be able to elevate you to a point to win a Super Bowl with his arm alone? I don't know. Maybe. I've seen dudes win with less. I've seen dudes win with less talented teams. I've seen, you know, guys win off the strength of the guys around them. I've seen, I've seen Russell Wilson go to 2 Super Bowls, win one, lose one, right? Should have had the ball to beast mode on the 1 yard line, right? Well, that was the Legion of Boom. That was beast mode. That was how that team was constructed, right? I see similar things with the Cowboys. I'm like, yo, you can't just not run the damn football, bro. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Mike? What are you doing, Kellen Moore? The defense balled out. They played their ass off on Sunday night. It was one of the hottest teams, one of the hottest offenses, actually. Because they was, just rattling off like 30-point games and stuff like that on a consistent basis. Even when they got challenged by Vegas, right? That was against a team that has a high-powered offense, right? Hunter Renfro, Darren Waller, Devontae Adams, right? Don't get fooled by the record, bro. The Raiders played some good football this year, bro. The difference between, them winning and losing a lot of those games was, sometimes their offense didn't always pull through. Derek Carr was, you know, Derek Carr didn't deliver a lot on some of them drives where he had a chance to tie the game up or win the game. Things happen. It's the NFL, right? But a lot of it was like the defense couldn't hold. Their defense couldn't hold. I remember that week 2 game against Kyler Murray. We was just running around for a 2-point conversion trying to find somebody in the end zone. And eventually he just ran it in. He got to the corner. He just ran it in. Then they won in overtime. Tennessee beat them. A lot of these things, right? But Vegas played some good football. It's just because of their record and because of their defense being suspect, a lot of people didn't get to see that. And it was like, oh, you got all this talent. It's 2 sides of the ball. 3 phases of the game, right? Special teams, defense, offense, right? Special teams played good. I wish Cavante Turpin would have ran one of those back. It was one of those, I just felt like if he stayed outside a little bit more, we probably could have tied the game up then off a special teams touchdown, right? Brett Maher had an extra point blocked. That wasn't his fault, and I know Greg Olsen and the announcement team, they was saying, well, the kick was going left anyway. He probably would have missed it. It don't matter, right? It got blocked, so it kind of saved his ass on that one for the moment. But Brett Maher made his kicks, right? He made his kicks. He was money Maher for most of the year, right? Had the yips against Tampa. Okay, we cleaned that up. He was making his kicks against San Francisco, right? Defense was balling their ass off. Running game was getting going a little bit in the first half. We was using the quick game, getting dudes out of space. You CD out of space, CD balled out. Right? CD balled out. He was the only wide receiver that really did ball out. Schultz scored another touchdown, right? Schultz did his thing. But the play calling, bro. We was getting the running game going a little bit in that first half. Tony Pollard was doing his thing. Zeke was doing his thing in the short yards. It was Dak and them turnovers, bro, that killed us. And to me, I'm like, Dak a top 10 to 15 quarterback. But sometimes, bro, he play like a 20 to 25 guy. He play like a 27 to 32 guy, bro. He play like one of those third-tier guys that's not making big money. And he might even play like a guy, like I said, that's maybe a bit overrated, was making big top quarterback money, but Drake had to pay him. It was like, because what were your options at the time, right? Who was you going to replace him with? Who was you going to go out and trade for somebody? Then you would have had to give up draft picks, which the Cowboys don't like to do. They don't. They don't. Historically, they don't, bro. You come available and you command big money, they'll decide probably not to pay you. That's what happened with Von Miller. Von Miller may have changed this game a little bit, assuming that he don't get hurt. Had we had him in uniform yesterday, we signed Von Miller and assuming that he doesn't get hurt, him next to Michael Parsons, yeah, sign me up, bro. Because I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at the team, and I'm like, yeah, we got pressure on Purdy, bro, but I'm just like, if we get a second guy next to Michael Parsons, we get a second guy next to CeeDee Lamb, we get, a running back next to Pollard and Zeke that they actually fucking use, because they used Malik Davis for maybe, one play on Sunday, and then didn't use him again. And then especially after Tony Pollard went out, you knew you needed You knew you needed help. Throw the kid in there. It's a playoff game. Go all out. Don't be scared of nothing. It's one game elimination. This ain't the NBA. This ain't the NHL. This ain't baseball. It's not a fucking series. It's one game elimination, bro. You win, you move on. You lose, you go the fuck home. Straight like that. And the play calling, you know what I'm saying, the play execution of the quarterback, you know, wide receivers, whatever, it just didn't work, bro. At the end of the day, bro, Dak got to play better, dog. You can't do the stuff that he was doing Sunday night and expect to win playoff games. You can't do the stuff that he did on Sunday night and expect to get to an NFC Championship game or a Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl. You can't. You can't. At the end of the day, you got to play better, bro. And it's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that, bro. We can blame Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore and all the stuff that we want. We was moving the ball. He stopped drives, bro, with those 2 picks. Especially the one late. And then he almost threw a third one to end the game that had Dre Greenlaw caught that ball. We'd be having a totally different conversation. People will be roasting him even more than they are right now. His decision making was awful, bro. And I'm not going soft on him, bro. I'm just like, I'm not going to curse his name and just, use some shit. Nah, bro. Nah, I mean, I went through the same thing with Romo. Like, a lot of people don't realize, but I'm 28 years old. I'm not even old enough to really remember what the Cowboys was like in the 90s. By the time they won their last Super Bowl, I think I was like, maybe what, 1, 2? So I don't have those good memories of like watching these dudes lift a Lombardi trophy. I don't know what an NFC Championship game looked like. I don't know what what going on, watching Sports Center the Monday after the game or the night of the game and, having them talk about the Dallas Cowboys, winning a championship. I don't know what that's like. I watch franchises go through good and bad spells, including mine. I watch, quarterback after quarterback rotate in and out of here. Vinny Testaverde, Drew Henson for a Thanksgiving game against Chicago that I remember vividly because he stunk up the joint in Texas. Remember losing to the Giants in 2007, which really fucked me up because I was 14 at the time, bro. I was in middle school. I was so sure that we was going to win that championship, bro, or at least get far enough to play New England because we had already beat the Giants twice, and then we beat Green Bay on Thursday Night Football. They would have had to come to Dallas in order to play. And Brett Favre in Texas, come on, dog. He had trouble in the 90s. What you think he was going to do? What you think he was going to do that year? He threw us balls. That year in 2007. We got the Brett. We made him make a couple of mistakes. And then he got hurt in the game, and that's when Aaron Rodgers came in. And then Brett ended up coming back in and then finishing the game. But we beat them. We beat them in Dallas, like at home. That on a Thursday night, they would have had to come to Texas for an NFC Championship game. I remember the collapse in 08 when we started 8-3 and then finished 9-7. We lost 44-6 in Philadelphia for a chance to win the NFC East Championship and then go to the playoffs. I remember 2009 when Romo finally broke through and finally got his first playoff victory, and then we got smacked by Minnesota, which, okay, Minnesota was the best team better team that year. Okay, cool, right? But then I remember the next 3 to 4 years, right? Year after that, the year after that playoff game, Romo got hurt. We went 6-10, and Wade got fired. Wade Phillips got fired. That was when Jason Garrett was the interim head coach. He was the offensive coordinator for years at that point. He was the interim head coach, and he went 4-2 in his last 6 games, right? And then the year after that, we had a chance to beat the Giants to go to the playoffs. We lost. They ended up going to the Super Bowl. It was Eli's second Super Bowl run. The year after that, in 2012, we lose twice to Washington, including at FedEx Field on a fucking Sunday night, to an injured Robert Griffin III, a clearly injured Robert Griffin III, a rookie, clearly injured Robert Griffin III. The motherfucker had a brace on his leg. That motherfucker was damn near in the walking boot, and we lost to them because Romo threw 3 interceptions that game, and we just collapsed. We just didn't bring it. Then the year after that, we lose to Philadelphia. That was the Nick Foles year. That was the year that Nick Foles came in. That was a rookie Nick Foles, or second year Nick Foles, that it came in under Chip Kelly. He was the new hot thing in town. Just came from Oregon. It's still fuck Chip Kelly to this day. Fuck Chip Kelly, because that shit made me mad. We lost in Dallas, third straight year, going 8-8. And Romo got hurt, I think, a couple weeks before against Washington. And they was trying to figure out whether he was going to play or not, whether he was going to shoot him up with something, for pain tolerance and all this other stuff like that, right? We lose to Philadelphia. Cowboys started that game. We was down 3 with a chance to go in and tie the game. Cal tried to hit Miles Austin over the middle for a slant pattern, and the joint got intercepted. 3 straight years, 3 straight losses at the end of the year, 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. Next year, 2014, we go to the playoffs 12-4, beat Detroit in the wild card round, go to Green Bay, and that was the dead sketch game. Again, broke my fucking heart, bro, because we'd have won that game and went to Seattle and played them, who, again, we beat them early in the year in Seattle, and we had the exact team to match up with them in order to play them and try to beat them, right? I felt confident that we'd have beat them, but Rodgers stopped us. 2015, Romo played the first 2 games. We go 2-0. He get hurt I think he got hurt week 3 that year. Or he got hurt week 2, but we still ended up winning the game, I think, against Philadelphia. We held on and we got the dub. We ended up going 3-13 or 4-12 that year. Next year, 2016, we draft Zeke, we draft Dak. Go 13-3, lose to Rodgers at home in the divisional round. 2017, don't make the playoffs. 2018, we made the playoffs. Win a playoff game against Seattle, got smacked by the Rams. 2019, I think we missed the playoffs. And in 2020, that was the pandemic year. First year, Mike McCarthy, Jason Garrett got fired. Dak broke his ankle against the Giants. And so that was a lost season. 2021, we lose to San Francisco the way we did. And then this year, we lose to San Francisco the way we did. It's time, dog. It's time. Either you gonna do it or you not. Either you gonna do it or you not. I give you the mulligan for 2020. You broke your ankle. I give you the mulligan for your ankle that year in 2020. But all the other years, bro, except for maybe the rookie year, because you a young dude, young team. At home, yeah, but it's Rodgers, bro. A lot of people done lost to Rodgers, especially young quarterbacks. A lot of dudes done lost to Rodgers. It's not no shame in that. I was mad that night. I was watching the game, and I remember when that field goal went through. I thought it missed it first because it was going left, and it just peaked a little bit inside, and we lost that game. Right. 2017, that was the year Zeke got suspended for some of his off-field conduct and stuff like that. Right. 2018, it is what it is. 2019, but it's just like we got to build on something, bro. We got to build on something. It is what it is at this point. You got to get it done. Next year, if we don't make the playoffs or we go out early, heads got to get chopped off. Mike McCarthy gotta go. Dak might have to go. Zeke might have to go. You know, a lot of Dan Quinn might get a job this offseason, so we might have to find a new defensive coordinator. So with all them variables, bro, you like it's a lot of stuff that is it gotta get done, bro. It gotta get done. It's Super Bowl or bust every year in Cowboy land. You know, especially with the way Jerry talk and all this other stuff, and he not getting younger, and you know he want to win another Super Bowl before he, you know, go to the other side. You know what I mean? But you ain't gonna win many playoff games with your quarterback playing average or below average like that. We're not gonna win many playoff games with performances like that. Just not. So that being said, bro, just you know, congratulations to the 49ers, but that guy get this together. That guy get this together. He can't play like that. And he can talk all he wanted in the press conferences, bro, but until you show it, until you show the fan base, until you show the media, until you show these other teams that you mean business and you gonna do whatever you gotta do in order to win, it's only gonna go, you know, it's only gonna go so far.